Hey everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. I'm Umesh, the CEO and founder of Emails, an email and SMS marketing agency. So in this video, I'm going to show you every flow that you need to set up while you are starting an email marketing, right, for a business. So at the first, I will show you, the two phases in the email flows. That's the acquisition phase and then the retention phase. So the acquisition phase is basically the phase where you are converting your non-customers into the first-time customers. So basically, the visitors that comes into your website, you are trying to convert them right through these flows. And then is the retention phase. So in the retention phase, the main aim is to convert first-time customers into second-time, third-time, fourth-time customers, and the list goes on, right? So basically, in the acquisition phase, there are welcome flow, abandonment flow. In the retention flow, there are new customer, repeat customer, and then the retention flow itself. So I'll be going down through each and every flow that we set up in this phase. So at the first, what we want to do is first we want to set up a high converting email pop-up form. You can A/B test between the offers or anything that you are providing in your pop-up, basically an incentive that we are giving so that people give their email. So we can ask them for to subscribe, basically would you like to subscribe to this form, and if they say yes, you can direct them towards the email funnel and then the SMS, then then telling them thank you for subscribing to the pop-up, right? So after they sign up, then we will be directing them towards the welcome series. So if you're doing SMS, you can send one SMS message, giving them the discount code that they opt in for, or any offer they opt in for. And with that, you can also send an welcome email, and then you want to follow up with the second welcome email and then the third welcome email. So in the first email or the SMS, you just want to give them discount, feature bestsellers. Not, you can't feature bestsellers on the SMS, but on the welcome you can do that. I should probably remove this, please don't get confused with that. And on the second email, basically there is a simple reminder. We send it after 24 hours, showing them the social proof, building the authority, basically telling about them, about the brand, or if you have any product that they are like basically it is education that you can show them how they can use the product or anything like that. So in the third email, we basically want to use scarcity and urgency with the offer, and we basically want to give them a short story brand line. Here you can basically test, your offer. So if you are running a 10% and the 15% offer, and A/B testing in the pop-up form, then you can do the same for the welcome form, right? So if they are opting for 10%, you want to give them 10% welcome email. If they opt in for 15%, you want to give them the 15% discount. And you can also A/B test between the subject line and the time delay. Basically, I would recommend you to test between the time delay or the subject line too. So at the A/B testing, you can basically test between the time delay and then the subject line, right? And then comes the site abandonment. So basically this is also an important flow, but most e-commerce brand don't do this. So basically there are three email follow-ups in this flow. So how this flow works is, if I go into a site and just scroll it for 5 seconds and then I leave, then this flow will get triggered, right? And we want to A/B test your time delay as well as the subject line. And at the first email of the site abandonment, we will put a small copy oh, you can't decide what to buy, and then we'll feature our bestsellers. And on the second email, it will basically trigger after 20 to 22 hours, basically depending upon the A/B test that we are currently doing. And then we will provide them some reviews and test between the email reviews, and if you can you can also test between the UGC's video. And then is the third email. So basically a small copy about the brand, giving them a 10% discount, a comeback discount. Oh, sorry, there is spelling mistake about the discount. And basically we are just proposing them to just bring them back to the website, right, in this flow. Then comes the browse abandonment. So basically in the browse abandonment, there are we like to keep it up to 5 flows. We can A/B test between the subject line, plain text UGC's videos, or anything like that, and then the offer. So on the first email, basically we just want to remind them about the viewed product and feature some products they might like. On the second email, also of course show them the product, and of course show them the bundle and the bestsellers that you have, or you can also put the reviews over there. And on the third email, you want to basically give them, show them the product that they just abandoned, and talk about your USP, your unique selling point, why us, right? And giving them the discount. Then on the fourth email, you can of course send them a reminder about the discount, showing them the viewed product, social proof, success stories, testimonial, and you also want to follow up them with the fifth email, mentioning the urgency and then the discount expiry. So now is the cart and then the checkout abandonment. So basically these are similar, but the trigger, they get the emails, our subscriber get emails are different. So whenever somebody add to their cart, then they get add to their cart and then abandon their cart, then they will get the cart abandonment. And if somebody went to the checkout and fill up their information and then abandon their checkout, then they will get the checkout abandonment. So basically on the cart, like we basically like to test between the subject line, sending offer or sending time, and then the offer. Similarly for the checkout one, same, right? And if you are doing SMS, you can send false SMS, like reminding them about their cart. So on the SMS, like what we can do is we can show them their dynamic, their image, like the cart image that they just abandoned, like using some dynamic codes, right? And you can also send them an email follow up, like if you are not doing SMS, or if you are doing SMS as well as email, you can send them both simultaneously, right? And here, like I like to test, we like to basically test between the offers. So this is basically my assumption about the average order value. So like if their average order value is less than $500, you can send after 30 minutes. If their average order value is greater than $1,000, then you can send after 1 hour. If their average order value is greater than 2,000, then you can send after 2 hour, 2 hours, sorry. For the 5,000, 1 hour. For the 2,000, 2 hour, right? So the reason why we want to do this is because if somebody is going to buy a high, is going to spend a lot of money into a site, then there's the probability that they will do a bit research, like they will go through their blogs or they will go through a brand story and they will read how the brand is, you know so we want to give them that time, just to know more about the brand, right? And then we will be following up with the second email. We will give them an incentive, basically the discount, talk about the product, what makes it different, and basically close this email, finish this email. The third email, we want to show, we want to of course give them the card and showcase them the proof, reviews, testimonials. And on the fourth email, we basically want to tell that their discount is going to expire, so basically creating an urgency and a last minute reminder, right? So it's same for the checkout one, but as I've already told, the triggers are different for the card as well as the checkout. So yeah. So in the checkout, what I also want to do is, if you are doing SMS, so this is of course the first SMS, we will send them immediately after they abandon the card, or after 1 2 hours. And what I also want to do is, I also want to send a second SMS follow up. So if they didn't make the purchase on the first email, till the first email, then we will show them the card and provide them the discount in the second SMS, right? So this will help us get more conversions. So the sixth one is, now we have entered the the retention phase. So basically this one. um on the retention phase, there are new customer flow. So whenever somebody purchases your product, then we want to send them flow. So if you are doing SMS, you can send the first SMS, basically thanking them for their purchase and providing them the discount. If you are only doing emails, you can send the first email. And if you are doing both, you can send the both, email as well as SMS simultaneously, right? So we will send this after 1 hour after placing their order, thanking them for their order, giving them the discount for immediate upsell as well as cross sell, and adding a bestseller feed, a code expiry of 48 hours, right? We want to keep it simple. And the second email, simple copy of the brand, the reminder about the first discount. And on the third email, what we can do is basically give them the education about the product, so that they will be aware before receiving the product, how to use them, providing the guide. Or if you can, you can also feature a video. And while featuring a video, I usually try to keep it in the plain text, so that it will land in the customer inbox, and our email won't be too heavy, right? And then at the fourth, what we can do is, after the seventh email, we can promote the relevant blog articles, just to give them a bit education. So basically what I like to keep is, I like to relate the fourth email with the fifth email. So after they read our blog article, sorry, they will know about our other products too. And that's when we want to cross sell as well as upsell them. And we want to keep a bit time difference, because we just don't want to spam the emails again and again, right? And then at the sixth email, I like to ask for the reviews, and also offer or incentive if they give a review. For example, if they drop down a review, then we can tell that you have entered a giveaway, like you have been selected for a giveaway and sort of things like that. So here I like to give a b test between the subject line and then the sending time too, right? So sending time I usually test, in all like email flows. We basically test around in all email flows. So this was about the new customer flow. Now let's move on to the repeat customer one. So like the repeat customer one is similar to the new customer one. The only difference is like in the new customer one we want to give them a bit more discount or whatever offer that you are providing them, right? So repeat customer basically gets triggered to those like who have purchased more than one time. Then if somebody purchases, like two times or like two times, then right, they will get this one flow. So I basically like to keep with SMS, like thanking them for the purchase, providing them the discount immediately, and then like the email, of course, the discount will be higher for the purchase because like they have purchased more than one time. And then is like the second email, similar reminder about the discount, bestseller at the bottom. And at the third email, like we want to give them like information about their order tracking, or like tracking, like tracking information, or like tracking CTA. You can put that in the email. And then the promotion of the social media and customer reviews, of course. And in the fourth email, we basically like to, mention about the FAQs such as shipping time, return policies, and other questions, or like any objections like about your brand. So we can also add a customer reviews like at the bottom, like related to like anything about like the objection that customer might have about your brand. For example, like for the FAQs, right? You can put a review like my of a customer like telling that my product just arrived, within like 1 or 2 days before, like just after placing the order, right? And this can really help your brand, like make your customer like trust your brand. And the fifth email, we're basically providing them a higher discount. Basically here, like I like to, upsell them and cross sell them about like the with other products. And yeah, like the sixth email is like reminding them about their expiry. So now we have the VIP flow. So whenever like somebody is like average order value is like four times. So for example, you're like your brand, like your store average order value is $50, and somebody places the order more than like $200, then they will be added to the VIP list. Or if somebody places the order more than two times or like three times, right, and then they will be like directed towards the VIP flow. So if you are doing SMS, you can tell them the benefit of becoming a VIP, give them 20% off. Like I usually like to give my VIPs 20% off, or any offer like you have in your mind regarding your store. And then there is the email. If you are doing, of course, like the SMS, you can send the SMS. If you are doing email and SMS, you can send the both. Or if you are doing only emails, then you can only send the emails, right? And yeah, basically we will congratulate them for becoming the VIP and give them a discount. And on the second email, like there's a simple reminder about the code mentioned in the email, right? And the bestseller at the bottom. So now is like the retention flow. So like basically to like nurture the list, the subscribers who have not purchased or engaged with the our like emails for a long period of time. So there's like a win back email over here, and then the sunset email, and these two are really important for a brand, right? And here like we will do the A/B testing between the like sending time, engagement with emails, and the offers. So on the win back, we in the first email we basically like to remind them about us, telling them that we miss them, and give them the first like discount code and add a bestsellers at the bottom, right? And this email basically gets triggered after the 60 days, because like this email, how it works is if somebody places the order on like March 1, right, then they will receive an order like on May 1, this email on May 1. If they have not purchased within that period of time, if they have not purchased in the like March and the April, then they will get the email at the first March, right, after the 60 days. So yeah, at the first email we'll basically do this. At the second email we will give them a simple reminder about the discount, expiry mentioned, adding bestseller feed at the bottom, right? And then is the sunset flow. So on the sunset flow, like I usually like to test between the founder's name and then the company's name, because when we like test between like the founder's name, like it will be more personal email. And sunset flow is triggered to the email list who have not been engaged for your emails for a while, right? For example, if they have not been like if they have not opened like or clicked or engaged with your email in like any point within like 90 days, then you want to send them this email. So I like to keep the first email text based to land on their inbox, and I usually like to do that with the founder name, but you can test that between the founders as well as company's name. The reason why you want to do that is because for like some like for some like stores, like their company's name is more popular than the founder name, or like your subscriber might not know the founder, right? So like you can test out between this. But in my case, like most of the time, like founder has worked pretty well, and we were able to recover a lot of lists that were not engaged previously. So at the first email, you want to keep them text based. You want to put them a simple copy, like a very personal copy from the founder. And yeah, on the second email, like you want to, like, provide them an incentive, basically the offer. Like we want to give them a high offer. Basically we are telling them to come back to our, like, the website, oh sorry, like into our store, right, and start engaging. And on the third email, mention the code expiry. And on the fourth email, what you want to do is ask them to resubscribe. So why we want to do this is we are telling them that we have already removed them from the email list, and if they click the button like resubscribe, then they will be again directed towards our email. So this is the last email we send before like cleaning up our email list. And if they even are not engaged after like the 90 days, then you can simply remove them from your list, right? And we call that like list cleaning. So here, of course, the A/B test is between the founder's name and the company's name, and then the offer. So, like, if you are a brand, like doing over $20,000, then you can just book a one-on-one call with me with a link in the description, or you can also find the link at the first of the comment. We we can help you set this all up. And of course, like I have not told you about the campaigns. Like in the campaigns, like I will tell you on my next video, like the type of campaigns, like what type of campaigns you are going to send. And yeah, this was about this video. And I'm also going to like launch, like basically release a video like explaining about each and every like flows. For example, for the welcome, I'll be showing you like all the like the email templates and everything, and explaining you more details about this flow. So yeah, just stay tuned on that. And if you're a brand, of course, doing over $20,000, just book on a call with me. Like I can help you do. We can basically help you do your emails, right? So thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate that, and have a good day.